I'm Melissa with Central States Manufacturing. We're here at the International Roofing Expo in San Antonio today, so lots of hustle and bustle, and there's some demos going on if you hear some noise. But here today to talk about really why metal. So we're at a giant roofing show, and metal is a small piece of that, but the amount of interest that's been coming to our booth and to the show that's looking for metal roofing. It's a $6 billion industry last year alone, and industry insiders are projecting that growth year over year is going to outpace asphalt shingles. So there's a lot of people who are really interested. There's a lot of different suppliers that are here. So Central States Manufacturing is the largest manufacturer of metal building products in the country at this point, with plants across the U.S. and a giant host of panel profiles and colors from industry-leading paint supplier Sherwin-Williams. And there's really so much interest in this. The folks who are coming into the booth, some of them are very experienced with metal, and they're excited about Central States and excited about offering it. There's a lot of people coming in to the market right now who don't know that much about metal. They've heard about it. They understand that there's momentum, but they're a little bit intimidated of trying to install the product. I'm here with Victor, who is a part of our Metal Central sales team. And Victor, tell me a little bit about why are contractors, when you talk to them, why are they intimidated about offering metal?
So one of the things that I hear a lot from contractors is that, especially like bigger contractors, they say I can replace the shingles more often, which at the end of the day, it's more money out of the pocket of the homeowners, paying their deductibles, paying this. Now, the difference between metal and shingle, especially on a standing seam roof like this, shingle, based on my experience, it's got a lifespan of 14, 15 years before you have to replace it. Yeah, you have to pay your deductible, out of pocket and all that. Standing seam roof like this is probably a lifetime type of deal, if installed properly. So I've been hearing a lot of just, homeowners and stuff, based on my experience selling the metal, because I get a lot of homeowners that come in the office and stuff. They say, well, I like the metal roof look. I've talked to different contractors that said, you don't want metal. We'll give you the shingle. But something else is that pricing wise, right now, especially because I deal with all the shingle suppliers that sell our metal, they sell our metal as well. The price of the shingle by the square is slightly under metal.
And
so,
yet the benefits of metal are so much above
higher.
Some of those.
Not only that, they're not paying out of pocket on their claims and stuff for their deductibles, but they get discount on their insurance premiums as well.
Yeah, it's not only better for the homeowner, right? And insurance companies are starting to realize this and really push this, especially in parts of the country where it has more severe and extreme weather. You'll start to see even more of this happen in the U.S. and metal will continue to grow in prominence, and people will be talking about it. We're here today and really this year to talk to asphalt shingle contractors and say, hey, metal's not that scary. It's not that hard. It's just different. But you have to find a supplier, find a manufacturer that will work with you to provide the training and the education and the business support so that you can be successful in metal roofing installation. And Central States, because we are the largest, because we've been in business for 36 plus years, because we are 100% employee owned, and when we're 100% customer focused as just a paradigm in our business, we are that supplier that can provide things that smaller companies, that regional companies probably can't provide. So we're saying, hey, if you don't know anything about metal, that's okay. We can help you get into this really lucrative business. If you're an experienced installer, you should be working with the best. You should be working with Central States, and we can make it even more lucrative for your business. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the different types of roofing that are available, some of the most popular forms. We have over here, Victor, if you want to talk to about.
Yeah, of course.
This is a hidden fastening system.
Yeah, so what we have here is a completely hidden fastener roofing panel. You don't see any exposed fasteners at all. Everything is under So all the screws are on the side. The next panel will cover that. Any water, rain, there's no penetration, so there's almost zero chances of a leak. All this trim, it's got hidden fastener, so there's no penetration going through the roof itself. There's obviously, when it comes to installation, it has to be done right in order to be 100% waterproof. But on the other side, it's a more economic option as well, but it's also a great panel. We have something like this down here on the other side. It's a exposed fastener. Our screws come with a washer. We always tell people, make sure you install it properly. And, because it's a 30 to 40 year roof, variable or affordable price, So with proper installation, it could even last longer. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things, pricing wise and stuff like that. This is a little bit more than that, but they're both great roofing panels. Not only that, we have 7 different styles of roofing panels that we can go with. It's just, we have different options, different colors. Not only this too, we couldn't bring them all, but 90% of the leaks will happen on the valleys. Just because of all the water being concentrated in an area. So the benefit about this metal valley flashing is that there's no penetration where the metal gets hooked on. So we have this metal here. We fold that over and then it'll be hooked just like that. That way, any water coming down that tries to go over, if it gets in there, it just returns and comes down into the gutter. It never goes under the panel, and it'll just keep flushing down into the gutter. There's no penetration here. This is a completely hidden fastener system. You won't ever have a leak here. And then obviously all of our trim right now, just for demonstration purposes, we don't have any fasteners, but it would just have rivets here. So completely hidden fastener.
Market has changed a lot, and so it's not just agricultural anymore. It's not just industrial anymore. It's not just for storage anymore. Really, metal is growing in popularity for roofs, for walls, for siding. It can even have texture added to it. It can have stamping, so it looks like other things. It can have wood grain printed right on it. It can look like really anything that you want it to look like.
Yes.
To fit the aesthetic of your home, your business. It mixes great with other materials. It's really a superior building product. We talk about sustainability. It's made of like 100% recycled material. At the end of its life, it's 100% recyclable. It is one of the most energy efficient forms of roofing. It's what they call a solar ready roof. And unlike what you find with asphalt, it can lower all kinds of heating and cooling costs. It comes in all kinds of cool colors. It's a sustainable product. It's an affordable product. It doesn't end up in a landfill. It can look like anything you need it to look like. And it's really a great way for a contractor to differentiate themselves. So while contractors could be concerned, all right, maybe you can teach me how to install this product, but is this going to be a good product choice for my business? Not only can contractors make more money installing metal, the demand is there, but because there aren't as many people installing it, it's a great way to set your business apart and offer a premium product that makes your company look like a premium company. So reach out to Central States. We have the fleet, the manufacturing, the capacity, the product choices, the customer service, and now this superior building product that you need to build your business and grow it in 2025 and beyond.